I started off studying chemical engineering, which I hated, and then I went on to travel for a few years before falling in love with marine biology when I was in Australia, when I learned to dive, and then came back to Scotland to do my degree in marine biology, and I've done since a PhD and postdoc. So I'm still a part-time researcher, as well as the head of a public engagement in science, technology, engineering and maths group at Glasgow University and director of the Glasgow Science Festival. For my research, my motivation was developing a love of the marine environment and conservation, and being able to work on some really interesting projects in countries across the world, where I've been able to get some really good practical experience working on management of things like marine turtles, marine protected areas, and in Scotland I worked on endangered species of amphibians, so that's the sort of research side of things. At the same time, I've had a parallel career which has been in public engagement. So the public engagement field has actually developed hugely over the last decade. It was quite a new type of career. Courses had just started to come out in it. So I actually did an undergraduate course in public engagement as part of my university degree, and then started working for a company. There's a lot of opportunities in this career. As I say, it's quite a new field, and there's been quite a lot of developments within the field, as well as increasing recognition of its importance. So we've been very lucky to be established in this field at a time when it's been recognised in a wider context. I've also been very lucky in that I've got a fantastic team that I work with, who very much share the vision that we have in developing the festival for the future. In terms of threats, there's, I suppose, two main things is to do with time. I mean, one of the trickiest thing in terms of working is having enough time to do what we're trying to do. So it's something that's been both an opportunity and a threat is actually the combination of the two jobs that I do. Working across public engagement and research has been an opportunity in the sense that it's allowed me to meet a whole range of different people, different organisations, and be exposed to very different ways of thinking and doing things. So that's been incredibly beneficial. But it's also a threat because I'm then split between two different roles, and it's got quite time implications. They're essentially two almost full-time jobs in their own right that you're trying to do in a working week. So both good and bad. I don't really feel that I've had to overcome many problems. I think I've been very lucky in that I've had a number of opportunities that I've been able to create for myself or be offered through working with university, being able to go on expeditions abroad to develop my skills as a researcher. I've also been very lucky to have met a lot of really good people to work with in the public engagement field who I've also learned a lot from. So I don't feel that I've really had many barriers to my career progression so far. The inspiration for the projects and the works that we do comes from the people that we work with and the organisations we partner with. We've been very lucky over the years to have met and worked with some really interesting, inspirational, enthusiastic people who shared a similar sort of vision to us and what we wanted to do with the Science Festival and with engagement with wider communities, schools, adults. So a lot of our inspiration is drawn from the creativity and the enthusiasm of the people we work with. I guess one of the main things is that to start up your own business and keep it going is a lot of work. So you've got to be really passionate about what you want to do. You've got to really want to get ahead in that place because you're going to have to put a lot of time and effort into doing it. But it's also something that took me quite a while to sort of recognise is that you have to recognise your strengths, but you've also got to understand and accept your weaknesses and be able to ask for help when you need it. Recognise when you need to get sort of advice from other people, but also that you can be your own worst enemy. So one thing that I've found a lot of benefit from is sort of setting realistic milestones along the way. So instead of trying to set yourself up to fail with a really, high-reaching target, smaller milestones that you can achieve, smaller successes from that will build up to the bigger successes can be a good tool. So.